slowly nod.
From men, there's got to be an answer.
Don't look for it, Taylor. You may not like what you find.
God, I'm back. I'm home. All the time we finally really did it. You maniacs! You blew it up! Oh, damn you! God damn you all to hell!
And we're back now with
God.
Dr. Richard Brown. Dr. Brown, how did the critics back at the time feel about Planet of the Apes?
Well, it's an interesting question, Arthel, because the film has become a real classic since then. It's one of those films that Time was very generous to, kind to. At the time, it was regarded really as a kind of science fiction promotional movie, not really looked on very sympathetically, with one or two exceptions. And the film is interesting because you don't understand the movie until the last 30 seconds. That was a good choice of clip, because in that clip, you understand that this person who has landed on this distant planet, on this horrible planet in which the apes run it and man is submissive, that the planet he's landed on is the Earth. And when you see that terrific moment where Heston at the end, where it all hits him, that's the moment where it hits the audience also, that this is a didactic film that has a message to it about where we are going. It sort of masquerades as a science fiction film with the monkey suits and the kind of primitive special effects, but it really is a kind of tale of morality, after all.
And is going to be remade, perhaps, by James Cameron, we're learning.
Yeah, and he's the right guy to do it, as a matter of fact.
All right, now stand by, because when we return, Stanley Kubrick wasn't just content showing us the future in outer space. He wanted to shock us back here on planet Earth. It's the movie so controversial, it's only now being released in England. 1971's bleak look at the future, A Clockwork Orange.
Then in a more recent look ahead, Keanu Reeves takes a leap of faith in the smash hit from earlier this year, The Matrix. We already know 2 sequels are in its future, but what about the message it sends about society? We'll ask our guests when we beam back, so don't go anywhere.
Fox News Live, I'm David Folk Thomas. The Taliban says it wants the hijacked Indian Airlines plane out of Afghanistan ASAP. A spokesman for the Muslim militia that rules Afghanistan says the plane's been refueled and restocked with food. About 160 people are still to be believed on board. Hijackers took over the plane yesterday after it left Nepal on its way to New Delhi. At their last stop, Dubai, inside the United Arab Emirates, the hostage takers released 27 people, mostly women and kids. The body of a dead man was also released. People on board say they've seen hijackers carrying knives, hand grenades, and guns. Stay tuned for the latest on this developing story. A bittersweet Christmas in Venezuela. Survivors of devastating floods and mudslides held Christmas Eve Mass outside at a refugee camp in Caracas. In a place where food and water are hard to come by, some lucky kids even got presents. Floods and mudslides killed at least 5,000 people last week. For the families of Columbine High, this time of year is also excruciating. It's the first Christmas after the massacre. One couple lost their only son in the shooting spree. Tom and Linda Mazur can't fill that void, but they will have some new joy in their home this year. They're adopting a baby girl from China. She lost her parents. And finally, at least a couple of U.S. cities are looking at a white Christmas. The folks around Buffalo, New York got 2 feet of snow. Forecasters thank lake effect squalls for that. And more lake effect snow dropped close to 2 feet in the Cleveland area. Lake effect snow happens when cold air carrying moisture blows inland off Lake Erie in this case, causing all that bad weather. The next update is at the top of the hour, but first stay tuned as our Fox News special Hollywood's Time Machine continues. Bill McCuddy and Arthel Neville take a look at some futuristic movies of the past. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the future, the Hollywood Time Machine. I'm Bill McCuddy.
And I'm Arthel Neville. In the next 30 minutes, we'll see why Star Trek became such a smash hit, and we'll take you into a futuristic world known as The Matrix.
But first, we hope it never comes to this on our weekend show, Celebrity Spotlight.
In Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange, Malcolm McDowell is forced to watch the images in front of him. Now, Kubrick might have called this one Eyes Wide Open.
What exactly is the treatment here going to be, then?
Oh, it's quite simple, really. We're just going to show you some films.
You mean like going to the pictures?
Something like that.
Well, that's good. I like to viddy the old films now and again. And viddy films I would. Where I was taken to, brothers, was like no cine I ever viddied before. I was bound up in a straitjacket, and MacGulliver was strapped to a headrest with like wires running away from it. Then they clamped like lid locks on my eyes so that I could not shut them, no matter how hard I tried. It seemed a bit crazy to me, but I let them get on with what they wanted to get on with. If I was to be a free young Malchik again in a fortnight's time, I would put up with much in the meantime, oh my brothers. So far, the first film was a very good professional piece of cine, like it was done in Hollywood. The sounds were a real horror show. You could sluice you the screams and moans, very realistic. And you could even get the heavy breathing and panting of the tall-chopping Malchiks.
Oof. All right, well, back with us once again is Dr. Richard Brown to try and help make sense of all of this. Dr. Brown, in the first clip we saw from 2001, Kubrick's vision seemed so optimistic, and then this comes along. What happened?
That's a very good point you make. Let's just take a quick step back, Bill. In terms of these futuristic films, and I like everything on your list. I think your choices are very good, although this is far and away my least favorite film within the Time Machine, and probably one of my least favorite films that I've ever had to sit through in the theater. But as a general tone, with all these futuristic films, there is generally a streak of real pessimism. And when filmmakers show you the future, it's almost always a very bleak future and a very grim future. And that's also true of 2001, as a matter of fact, if you look at the original source material and what Kubrick was saying in that. In this, it's beyond bleak. It suggests that there is, underneath all of us, a kind of brutality of spirit, a meanness, a sense of inherent cruelty that's part of the human nature. What I found so disturbing about it, and I have to tell you, Bill and Arthel, I haven't seen this film in decades, and I had forgotten how uncomfortable it made me. It's not just the brutality, it's that there's nothing in the film that says, isn't this terrible? It's just the opposite. What Kubrick says is, well, this is fine, this is fun. If you listen to McDowell's voice on the track, it's warm, it's whimsical, it's joyous, but what you're seeing in front of you are I think, some of the most sadistic and horrible images ever put on the screen. I don't like the film personally, but that's a very subjective reaction.
Well, what was Kubrick thinking? I mean, at least at the end of 2001, no matter how dour it was in places about computers, an old man comes out and says, it's all going to be beautiful. That doesn't happen in this film, so what was Kubrick trying to say?
He was, as you know, I interviewed Kubrick many years ago when I was at the New School, and I found him fascinating, difficult. He is a classic case of someone who really goes inside of himself, who listens to a different drummer. He had read the novel, found something in the novel that resonated, and was going to put it on the screen. But we should also remember that when you translate from print to celluloid, what in print can be tough and difficult still happens in your own imagination. Consequently, you will make it as brutal as you can tolerate. But when you put it on the screen, it is concrete and specific and a lot more horrible, as we saw in that film.
Dr. Brown, we'll talk to you in a moment, but right now we're going to go to break. And when we return, a lighter look at the future.
It's about time. Woody Allen gets a Rip Van wake-up call in Sleeper and discovers hot fudge is good for us.
That's a good thing. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back in a moment.
Stealing Erno's nose. Political solutions don't work. I told you that. It doesn't matter who.
You'll feel good all over or your money back. You get it all for only $19.95. Order now.
For fastest delivery credit.
Up next, remember when Woody Allen was funny? We have to go all the way back to 1973, I'm afraid.
The film is Sleeper, and in this scene, Woody has just awakened from a very long nap. We're talking about a 200-year nap. Let's take a look.
Leave this. My doctor said I'd be up and on my feet in 5 days. He was off by 199 years.
I know it's hard, Miles, but try to think of this experience as a miracle of science.
To me, a miracle of science is I go into the hospital for a minor operation. I come out the next day. My rent isn't 2,000 months overdue. That's a miracle of science. This is what I call a cosmic screwing. And where am I, anyhow? I mean, what happened to everybody? Where are all my friends?
You must understand that everyone you knew in the past has been dead nearly 200 years.
But they all ate organic rice.
You are now in the year 2173. Now, this is the central parallel of the American Federation. This district is what you probably call the southwestern United States. That was before it was destroyed by the war.
War?
Yes, according to history, over 100 years ago, a man named Albert Shanker got a hold of a nuclear warhead.
You will remain in hiding here for 2 weeks while we run a battery of tests on you. Then, when we think you've fully recovered your strength, we'll discuss the plans.
I still can't believe this. What do you mean hiding? Who am I hiding from? What does she mean hiding?
Well, you might as well know, Miles, that reviving you as we did was in strict opposition to government policy.
What we've done is highly illegal, Miles, and if we get caught, we'll be destroyed, along with you.
What do you mean destroyed? What do you mean destroyed?
Your brain will be electronically simplified.
My brain, it's my second favorite organ.
All right. You know, yeah, Dr. Richard Brown joining us once again. While we were watching this clip, the studio crew was just laughing out loud. This is when Woody Allen was considered so funny. Why do you think he's changed his style from back then to a more specific, smaller type comedic efforts?
I think he's still a funny man. A lot of things have happened to him, Arthel. I don't want to go into it now, but we could do a whole half an hour on what's happened to Woody in the last 10 years. I think one of the things is very refreshing. I mean, that's a different side of his personality, too. None of these futuristic pictures ever have a sense of humor to it, and that's why I love Sleeper. It's one of the reasons I love Woody Allen. The material always has an underlying sense of humor. Futuristic things tend to fall into certain patterns. Have you noticed that in Hollywood, anything that's going to be in the future always has flying cars? It always has these kind of helicopters that hover. That was the way it was when they made these films 60 years ago to show the way things would be. And that's the way it is now. If you look at Chris Columbus's film Bicentennial Man, the same thing. Here's the other thing that I find very interesting about these futuristic films. There's always the notion among filmmakers that people in the future, whether it's 20 or 40, 50, 100 years, will always wear these kind of metallic Nehru suits. And everyone will be dressed the same. Now, this is very interesting because fashion dictates that that's never happened. And it ain't going to happen. But in the movies, it always is that way. And I think the reason is it's cheaper to make 200 of the same outfit if you're, if you're doing costume work, but it always is the same, including in Bicentennial Man. Just quickly on Sleeper, I think it's a gem. I think it's funny. I think it's warm. And I think it really is funny. No one's going to know who Albert Shanker was, even among the people now who are watching it. So that's a kind of sad anachronism. It's good to see something that makes you laugh when it's about the future.
Remember they showed the scene where they show him a picture of Nixon, and he says, no, I have no recollection of that man whatsoever.
Yeah, it's a vintage Woody Allen, Bill, and it's very good. Again, all of these views of the future tend to be, like most Hollywood product, a down view, a very dim view, a very cynical view. So that's why this is kind of an anomaly, and for me at least, a welcome anomaly.
All right, well, at least we finished on an upbeat note. Dr. Richard Brown, thank you so much for joining us. And when we return, the Star Trek franchise. A senior editor from Entertainment Weekly explains it all to us, and that could take a while for me.
And then he said he was coming back, and he meant it. James Cameron creates another box office franchise with a little help from Arnold. You didn't think we could talk about the future, did you, without mentioning Star Trek?
In this clip from the second in the series, we get a sense of the special effects available in 1982's The Wrath of Khan. And hey, isn't that Veronica in the driver's seat?
Let's see.
We are free and clear to navigate.
Course heading, Captain?
Captain's discretion.
Mr. Sulu, you may indulge yourself.
Aye.
Joining us now to explain the Star Trek phenomena is David Hochman, who is a senior writer with Entertainment Weekly. And David, what makes this franchise so unstoppable?
What makes it so unstoppable is that it's the greatest joy ride through the universe that you can imagine. I mean, it's everything that you want in an outer space fantasy. It's a world where anything is possible, where no matter what color you are, or what country you're from, or how pointy your ears are, I mean, you have value in this world.
And lots of fans like this one the best. Why? The Wrath of Khan the second.
I mean, people like all of these because they're just, you know, intensely escapist. I mean, they just bring you to a new world where you know, you could do just about anything that you want. And you know, I mean, this is just, all the characters are there, and it's just exciting.
Including Dai in Spock's case, because they just brought him back.
Exactly. I mean, you know, the show started off in the 60s as just this kind of anomaly on TV, and you know, if these characters had lives of their own and deaths of their own, and that's, you know, I think people just wanted to see how, you know, how are these people like humans in a way.
Why has this endured, though? Because it's been surpassed, technically, certainly, by lots of other sci-fi movies. Some we're going to show in just a second. What's been the enduring quality here?
I think the characters, you know, I mean, people like Captain Kirk. I mean, they like his seriousness. I mean, people like the wisdom of Spock. People like the gadgets. I mean, they like to see things that they think, well, I've seen the communicator somewhere. It looks kind of like a phone, you know. People like the James Bond-like element of it, too. And I think there's that just dreamy element of warp speed through space on the Enterprise.
Hey, David, do you think for fans that there will ever be a Star Trek again?
I mean, I think that another Star Trek?
Exactly, or something like it that they just can cling on to.
No pun intended.
Exactly.
Exactly. I mean, you know, there's so many comic books that are being made now into movies. I mean, from Spider-Man to the X-Men, that, you know, there's a chance that any of these could connect with the universe the way that Star Trek did. But you know, Star Trek is very special. It came at a very special time in pop culture, and there wasn't a lot of distraction, as much distraction in the 60s. I mean, now there's a lot of things to kind of get excited about.
We were certainly less jaded technically. Now, David, what we want to do now is move to James Cameron and the Terminator series.
And right now, let's take a classic look at a classic scene from T2 that shows one reason why these have been such big hits, state-of-the-art special effects from the year 1992.
I'm out. Come on. Here.
Reload.
Last one.
Hang on.
Ready.
License and registration, please. All right, that was good, and yes, T3 may be on the way, but the bar for special effects and a future look has been raised considerably by the two brothers who created a world called The Matrix.
That's right. Will this be the biggest sci-fi franchise of all? Keanu Reeves hopes so. He has signed on for 2 more. We'll have more 2 minutes into the future. Don't go anywhere.
Get ready to take down this phone number, because now's your chance to get this space-age new kitchen appliance, a $30 value, absolutely free. That's right. The first 1,000 people who respond to this notice will be part of a marketing focus group and will get this Euromaster food processor absolutely free. Euromaster is the one kitchen tool that can replace all these. Now you can chop better than a food processor, mix easier than a blender, whip low-cal cream for desserts and coffee, and do it all in just a fraction of the time. And remember, you can get it absolutely free just for calling right now. Just watch how it works. Euromaster has 2 precision-honed blades specially geared to chop foods quickly and easily. It's like cutting with 8 knives every time you turn the handle. With Euromaster, anyone can chop, shred, dice, and puree like a pro. Need a mixer? Just add the whipping blade. And now you can whip, whisk, beat, and blend, all with one appliance, all in just seconds. Euromaster is the one kitchen appliance that can replace over $500 worth of counter cluttering machines. And if you're one of the first 1,000 callers that respond to this notice, you'll get your Euromaster absolutely free. As a special bonus, everyone who calls today will also receive a 30-day free trial membership in America's Advantage, guaranteeing you the lowest prices in the country on more than 250,000 products and services. To get your Euromaster absolutely free, all you have to do is call the 800 number on your screen. You'll be asked to fill out a simple survey form to help us prepare for our introduction at retail stores. So be one of the first 1,000 callers. Pick up the phone and get your free Euromaster food processor today. To get your Euromaster, have your credit card ready. All you'll pay is $4.95 shipping and handling. And call the number on your screen. You'll get your free Euromaster, plus your 30-day free trial membership in the America's Advantage Discount Buying Club. Sorry, no CODs or personal checks. Don't delay. Call and get your Euromaster food processor today.
Okay, Santa, you're one guy, you got one sleigh, you got one shot. You got to give presents to 8 billion people. How do you get it there?
Well, Bill, little of this, little of that. I take my time.
Wait, I'm not buying this, Santa. You take your time. You don't have a lot of time. You got one night. What's the deal?
I can do a lot in one night, that's for sure.
How do you do it, Santa? Come on, how?
Because I'm used to it. I've done it so many times. It's experience.
I don't know if I'm buying this.
Would you like a present?
Welcome back to the Hollywood Time Machine. Are you ready to see someone literally plugged into the future? How much is that cable bill?
Keanu Reeves isn't exactly game for it either, but Lawrence Fishburne needs him for something simple, like saving the world. So let's look into The Matrix.
Try to relax. This will feel a little weird.
This is the construct. It's our loading program. We can load anything from clothing to equipment, weapons, training simulations, anything we need.
Right now, we're inside a computer program?
Is it really so hard to believe? Your clothes are different, the plugs in your arms and head are gone. Your hair has changed. Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. It is the mental projection of your digital self.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain. This is the world that you know. The world as it was at the end of the 20th century.
All right, David Hochman rejoins us now with his thoughts. And first of all, David, why was this movie such a hit and such a surprise hit?
I mean, the first thing is the movie looks incredible. I mean, things you never thought you'd see on film. Just walls bending and weird things popping out of everywhere, and you want guns. You have a million guns right at your fingertips. I mean, it's just the graphics, the special effects. That was one of the first things.
But the studios weren't. It was a big surprise to them. They didn't think it was going to be a big hit. Why?
Because it's a risk. It doesn't really have a conventional plot. It doesn't have the 3-act structure that you're supposed to have in every movie. I mean, this is a kind of wacky movie. It is a new art form. I mean, Neo is the perfect character name for Keanu Reeves' character.
But I mean, there was such good action, so I mean, I would imagine they thought this would be a hit based on the action alone. I mean, like you said, all the guns, you need guns, there they are. And let's not forget the leather jackets.
Yeah, exactly.
That made the movie.
And the sunglasses.
Exactly.
You can't be a futuristic character unless you have some cool Ray-Bans or something like that.
David, what about the future? We know there are 2 more Matrixes coming, and what about just the future of how we'll see the future in film?
Whatever it's going to be, it's going to be incredibly sophisticated, not only because of the Matrix, but because of everything that's coming out. I mean, no longer are the spiders from King Kong sufficient. I mean, people need very high-tech, sophisticated-looking graphics and special effects, so that's what you're going to see more of.
All right.
David Hochman, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And that's it for this special look at the future, our Hollywood Time Machine.
Thanks to all our guests, Glenn Kenny, Dr. Richard Brown, and David Hochman for their insights.
And don't forget, Bill and I show you the future every week on Celebrity Spotlight.
Even if it's just next week's movies.
That's right. We'll see you in the future.
Until then, thanks for the past hour. We hope you enjoyed it.
Fox News Live, I'm David Folk Thomas. The United Arab Emirates says the men who hijacked an Indian airliner are Sikhs. We can't confirm that, but in the past, militant Sikhs have waged violent campaigns against the Indian government. The plane's in southern Afghanistan right now. Here's a rundown of what passengers have gone through. Early yesterday morning, the Indian Airlines plane carrying 189 passengers left Kathmandu, Nepal, headed for New Delhi, India. But as it crossed over Lucknow, hijackers armed with knives, guns, and grenades took over the plane. They demanded the pilot take the plane to Pakistan, but the Pakistanis wouldn't let them land, so they flew to Amritsar. After less than an hour, the plane was headed for Pakistan. It landed in Lahore without permission and refueled. 3 hours later, the plane headed for Dubai inside the United Arab Emirates. Once there, the hijackers released 27 hostages, mostly women and children, trading them for food and fuel. The plane then headed east toward Afghanistan. It landed in Kandahar, which is where it and its hostages are now. And a scare in the skies for the 132 people on board a Delta Airlines flight. The plane lost a tire moments after taking off from Salt Lake City. After flying around for an hour, burning up fuel, the plane made an emergency landing. Everyone is safe. And finally, talk about counting your chickens before they're hatched. A woman in Brooklyn wound up with an extra $700,000 in her account after a mix-up at her bank. The money was supposed to go to the United Nations. She thought she'd won the lottery. In no time, she quit her job, paid off her credit cards, furnished a new apartment, and even made plans to buy a liquor store. Her bank, needless to say, says she can't keep the cash. Next update at the bottom of the hour, but first stay tuned for a Fox News special, Toasting 2000. Stay with us.
Welcome to Toasting 2000.
That is very peaceful music. Do you notice?
I know, it's way too peaceful for us. This December 31st, folks, will be partying like it's 1999.
And believe us, it's going to be a party like never before, according to the script.
Yep, and I'm going to talk now. For the next hour, we'll be taking a look at the biggest and best bashes going on around this great planet of ours, which, by the way, is my favorite in the entire solar system.
But of course, because you know us, you know we are socially inept. And so we're going to have someone give us and you pointers on how to make your New Year's Eve celebration a night to remember.
Of course, Edie, you know, our old buddy Dick Clark, remember he's been by the Fox and Friends show a number of times.
3 times.
Is that right?
Yes.
So he could be a member of the Frequent Guest Club on Fox and Friends.
We're talking about that right now.
You know where he's going to be?
Yeah, down in Times Square.
That's right.
Dropping the big old ball,
so to speak.
Yep.
You know, it's been said that New York City is going to be the New Year's Eve millennium capital of the world, so I decided to take to the streets, Times Square in specific, to find out if that's true. Just watch. 2001 may be a space odyssey, but the year 2000 is going to start with a Times Square odyssey. And this man, dressed in red so that he will not be struck by a New York City cab, is Brendan Sexton, the man in charge.
All right, Stephen.
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You know, this is quite a huge task you've got organizing this whole Times Square thing. You had a full head of hair at the beginning of it, didn't you?
Yes, I did, just a couple months ago.
Man, oh man. Now, of course, way up there at the top of Times Square, that's where you're going to drop the ball, right?
We have a new ball this year, you know.
Is
the
that
crystal ball, yeah, giant, half a ton of Waterford crystal.
You got a new crystal ball?
Oh, yeah.
Is that from Dionne Warwick and the Psychic Friends Network?
Actually, I think Dionne did not participate in this particular one, but she wished us our best, of course.
And of course, you can still talk to her for $4 a minute.
Yes. Actually, come to Times Square. She'll be here in spirit that night.
There are mountains and hills.
Every hour on the hour, we'll celebrate another part of the world as it enters the millennium. At the 18th hour, our midnight, that flagpole, the new crystal ball designed by Waterford, it's lit by Con Ed, comes shooting down.
And what's new this year is the ball comes down the pole and lands in the cup of noodles.
We have these screens, the giant screens in Times Square.
Right.
They're going to have video from all over the world. As we go each hour of the day, we'll have video live coming in of people celebrating New Year's all around the world, and we'll be sending them live video to them.
Oh, that's great.
So they see New Yorkers celebrating their New Year all around the world.
Now that's ABC. I understand at midnight, Sam Donaldson's hair is going to go flying off. Have you heard that?
First it turns red, then it flies off.
Nice.
Yeah. And then he shows up the next morning with a pierced ear.
They've got a lot of surprises planned,
yeah,
don't they?
I think so.
Now, will that pigeon be here on the...
He's here, yeah.
Okay,
he has a ticket.
Good. So you booked the bird.
Yeah. This little area here becomes the stage. It's not a big stage. Most people don't realize Times Square New Year's Eve, we don't do Streisand, we don't do Aretha. The crowd is really the main event. It's all the happy people.
Yeah! Happy New Year! Now, what about the Millennium Bug? When midnight strikes and people go over to the ATM right behind me and they discover that all of their finances are wiped out, how are you going to handle that?
Well, it's a free show. So
there you go.
Don't need any money. Just come here and enjoy yourself.
Or, you know, if you don't have any money, what you can do is join the army.
Yes.
They're looking for a few good men to work cheap.
It wouldn't be the first time. The point of our night's event, of our day-long, our 24-hour event, all 24 time zones of the Earth, the whole globe are going to enter this new age together, all in one day, all races, all peoples, all together. And I think that we have to keep that in mind if we expect to get to the next millennium.
I suddenly feel like singing. Okay, we'll pipe in the music, let's just dance. And look, you're hedging your bet, you're already promoting the year 3000.
Well, sure, absolutely. We'll have another party then. You're welcome.
That's job security.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year's, Steve.
Thank you very much. I gotta go uptown, you go downtown.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Yes, indeed. You know, for 95 years, Times Square has been celebrating the new year. But as you know, New York City is not the only town to celebrate. Atlanta, Boston, D.C., and L.A., just to name a few, all have their own big bashes to ring in the new year. So there.
Well, if you're looking to plan the ultimate party for the millennium, we have tips today from Michael Lotwich. He is the party planner and director of catering at New York's Roosevelt Hotel. Thank you so much for joining us.
Is this in order, Michael? Did you start on this already?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And
the first thing is to get in the spirit. Put on your glasses.
Right.
And what are these?
Those are the
Glasses.
2000 Millennium
Brian.
glasses.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Boy, is he thick.
I'm an investigative reporter.
Yeah.
Aha!
Glasses, you say.
Now, you've got about 10 tips that you're going to give us throughout the program, but we're slow, so we're going to start with the first 3 and let those sink in.
Okay.
You look like Robin from the Batman series.
You look great.
What's the first tip?
The first tip, certainly what you want to do is plan enough time for yourself to take care of every detail.
Like what?
Like, you know, planning your budget. You know, you want to figure at least 25% of your budget that you do plan is going to be spent on decor.
And how much does everyone usually go over that budget?
Again, it really depends on your personal taste, and I'm sure you can go way overboard with that.
So you could save a lot of money, Michael, if you have big candles like you've got right here, and you just never light them. Then you can use them for the next millennium.
Next year.
Exactly, and that certainly would help with recycling and reusing some of those.
Okay, so 25% for your decorations.
Right, you want to say approximately 50% on food and beverage needs that you might have, because you certainly would be planning a menu for
What
that
are people drinking? Because it seems like every time I try to plan a party,
Mostly
and I
scotch.
get, you know, all soda pops, they want, you know, beer.
Yeah.
And if you get beer, they want wine. If you get wine, they want scotch. What do you get?
I think you're certainly safe in purchasing a little bit of each. You know, the wines, the beer, and
Well,
of
bring
course,
your own.
plenty of champagne for that evening.
Right. Or drink before you go.
Exactly. Exactly.
Next, you should BYOB.
BYOT, bring your own theme. You suggested if people are going to have a Millennium Party, a Y2K party, they should have a theme.
Absolutely. And what you want to do, the reason why you want to plan a theme is certainly to tie in the whole party with the evening's festivities. It makes it more interesting for your guests.
For example?
I like Queen for the Day.
There you
That's
go.
an interesting theme. So is some other themes lined up in the balcony.
May I call you Imelda?
No.
Yeah. Okay, good. Also, the decor. Here we've set a lovely table, but also you could invite some people dressed up, I guess.
Yes, please.
in
Send the
different
people in.
outfits.
But again, we talked about themes, and one of the themes that we have here today that I certainly produced at the Roosevelt Hotel was called A Travel Through the Decades. And what we did is, as we invited our guests into the ballroom,
1890s.
right,
1920s.
20s, so, and of course a futuristic clock person there. So we kind of went from the start of the 1900s or the 20s, because the Roosevelt was certainly built in the 1920s, and then through the decades, and certainly ended up with a futuristic clock person, just to show you the distinguishing travel through time.
And what if you're dressed as a clock, half your guests aren't going to be able to get in there because you're pretty wide.
Right.
Aren't you supposed to have your arms up like, look,
Yeah,
it's
keep
time,
them moving.
there you go, it's 9 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock, time for a drink.
But how we certainly, you know, depicted that travel through time is we had a time tunnel and had these live statues, which today are presented by Shazam Entertainment, and we want to certainly thank them.
Good.
We had them positioned through the time tunnel to depict that.
Hey, Michael, you know what we're going to do? We want you to stick around because we're playing the music, which means Michael sticks around, and then we're going to go to break and come back and learn more about these party planning tips.
Are we actually going to play that spin the bottle thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You're a little envious. You wanted to be Queen for the Day.
Speaking of champagne, Brian.
You know, funny you bring that up, Steve. What would the new year be without a little bubbly, I ask? Thank you, hand model. Probably just another night. Coming up next, we'll help you toast in 2000 with just the right bubbly.
And you don't screw off the top.
Those spots, you know the ones. A spill here, a pet accident there, or stains that just won't go away. To make them disappear forever, you need the power of steam for a clean that's spotless. Introducing the Sharper Image Steam Wizard. Patented steam cleaning you can't get anywhere else. To make your carpets and upholstery look their best, steam is the answer. It's the choice of carpet manufacturers.
People that manufacture the carpet have actually said that steam extraction is the way to clean carpet.
There were 2 old stains. I have no idea what they were, but the Steam Wizard took them up beautifully.
There are steamers that don't vacuum and steam vacs that only spray water. But the Steam Wizard does both. It blasts real steam infused with cleaning solution deep into your carpet, loosening ground-in stains. Its powerful suction goes deep into the base of the carpet to lift and remove the stain. Complete with a washable filter, detachable brush, and squeegee, it also doubles as a wet-dry vac.
I have not been able to find anything else on the market that is portable that generates steam.
I simply just took it out of the cupboard, did what I needed to do with it, and put it away. And it was a matter of moments, and my house, my carpet looked great.
Call now. This is your opportunity to order the amazing Steam Wizard, the only handheld portable steam vac at any price. Order now and receive $20 in merchandise certificates good on hundreds of other Sharper Image products. There's clean, and then there's steam clean. Don't let another muddy footprint, phantom stain, or your pet stop you from having beautiful carpets. Reach for the Steam Wizard. Keep your carpets looking brand new. The Steam Wizard from Sharper Image. Big machine power that fits in your hand. Order now. Best gifts 24 hours a day. SharperImage.com.
The biggest celebration of the century can only be covered by the largest news network in the world.
Fox News Channel is all over the globe. 147 countries, simulcast in 12 languages, 235 reporters and correspondents in 57 international bureaus. From every corner of the globe, Fox News Channel takes you there. More people, places, stories, faces. Be part of this unforgettable 3-day event as the world celebrates 2000. Fox News Channel is all over the globe.
Toasting 2000. That sounds like Sting.
Stop hiccuping.
He's on the payroll. Okay, I will.
Okay. You know, an absolute must-have when toasting 2000 is the right bubbly. And joining us now to help in our quest for the best is Andrea Immer.
Andrea, by the way, is the corporate director of beverage programs for Starwood Hotels and Resorts. And what a title you have. You have a big responsibility.
We have about 220 hotels just in North America, so that's a lot of toasting.
And some of the greatest hotels in the world.
Hey, is the Schlitz cold? I need to know. I'm the boss.
That's right. And we'll serve it for you in a special glass.
First of all, a lot of people are worried. We've heard a lot about a champagne shortage.
It's all your fault.
Okay.
Okay. No, you don't have to worry about a champagne shortage. Prices have gone up a little bit, but there'll still be champagne available come Millennium Eve.
Now, do you want to start with the presentation? The right way to present it? Because I worked at Bennigan's and we spent like a whole 6 hours talking about just the presentation.
You missed your calling.
I
guess you lost that job, right?
Yes.
Well, let's first of all talk about the glassware because, you know, a lot of people used to drink or did drink their champagne in those flat coupes that are better for sherbet.
Yeah.
Not a good idea because what you're looking for in a champagne
the bubbles get out, right?
Exactly. You're paying a lot for the bubbles.
That's why I drink out of the bottle.
So,
but is that right?
The models drink it with a straw out of the bottle, but you miss the beauty of it. Look at this glass. It's a
I told you I was
thing.
just like a model.
Hey,
really?
Edie, you might want to let Steve and I ask the questions. So you still have a career.
Although this is her area of expertise.
No kidding.
So these are this is a flute shape, a tulip shape. This is a flute shape. What you're looking for is the narrow opening because it conserves the bubbles. And it's also just a gorgeous way to drink it. It's very beautiful to look at.
I think it's time to pop something
Ready?
open.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Wait, do I have to hold it a special way?
Hold it by the stem so you don't adjust the temperature with your hands.
Okay.
Now, when you're talking about, I'm going to open a champagne alternative because champagne is from France, from the region of France.
This is for you.
But I'm going to open something that's a little less expensive because if you've got a lot of people, you may not want to spend $25, $35, $45 or $145
And why bolster the
on
French economy?
Besides, this is cable.
Yeah.
So we can do anything we want. So I'm going to open, this is from Washington State, it's called Domaine Saint Michel, and it's about a $9 bottle. Now when you're opening sparkling wine, first of all, make sure it's cold.
You have 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Don't shake it, right?
Please.
Dry it off, and because you don't want your hand to slip. And then you're going to just take off the capsule.
You've never had this kind of pressure.
Easier said than done. I did this for you last year.
That's
remember?
right.
But you let me use your tie. To
Remember
hold
when the
top
crew
and
came and drank all those
That's
bottles?
Right, exactly.
Oh.
And then you're going to just
10 seconds, Andrea.
undo the
quit
the
counting her
muzzle.
down.
Andrea, we
It's
just
not
got
New Year's
word we're
Eve yet.
carrying you over.
Carrying me over?
We're carrying you over to the next segment. Does she
Will she be able to pop it open?
Turn the bottle,
Turn the bottle.
cork.
We spin the bottle, as Steve would say. And
More in a minute.
You want to make sure it
There it
doesn't
goes.
Oh.
Got tough pain, but think old-fashioned pain rubs are too messy? Here's great news. Revolutionary new Flexall Quick Gel. Clearly amazing, Quick Gel's unique aloe vera formula penetrates so fast and absorbs so completely, it won't mess your clothes or hands. Flexall Quick Gel. Full speed relief, no mess.
Fresh as mountain falls, clear, crisp, pure and true. Mr. Clean brings the refreshing scent of all outdoors to you.
The refreshing clean of mountain air, captured in Mr. Clean's Mountain Fall scent.
Mr. Clean.
The King brothers, separated at birth. George King would wind up living with a family that subscribed to popular fishing magazines. James went to a family that subscribed to the Wall Street Journal. As the years passed and the boys grew, George spent most of his time in front of the television, watching fishing shows, while James read the Journal like a sponge, absorbing ideas, insight, and getting a real sense of the opportunities surrounding him. 28 years later, George lives at home with his parents, while his brother James started a B2B web company, got mezzanine financing, and went public with a record first-day pop. Food for thought, especially since you can get 13 weeks of the Wall Street Journal for just 57 cents a day. That's 25% off the regular subscription. Subscribe now. Call 800-525-1600. That's 800-525-1600. The Wall Street Journal. Adventures in Capitalism.
Are you ready? Ready for new Downy Premium Care? It reduces more wrinkles than ordinary fabric softeners, so your clothes are more ready to wear, which leaves you ready to live. New Downy Premium Care, ready to wear.
My son wouldn't drink his milk, so I worried about his nutrition. But then I tried Ovaltine, and now he loves his milk. Ovaltine tastes great and adds vitamins. Nestle Quick adds none. So milk not only tastes better, it's better for you.
Ovaltine makes milk even better.
This is Laura Patterson. She's saving a bundle on long-distance calls to Grandma using MCI 5 cents every day.
When Laura was born, I counted on Mom to talk me through everything. She'd call 2-3 times a day. How do I do this? How do I do that? Mom was always calling me. It was like we rediscovered each other. Then we got the phone bills.
No college tuition for you.
Now we use MCI 5 cents every day. It's brand new. Calls are just 5 cents a minute every evening and 5 cents a minute all weekend long. That's half the price of AT&T for these calls.
And that's good.
And you can get daytime calls the rest of the week for just 10 cents a minute. Now we can call each other any day of the week without worrying about the cost, whether it's just to shoot the breeze or for the really important stuff.
It's Grandma.
MCI 5 cents every day. To sign up, call 1-800-666-1904.
Say hi, Grandma.
Ask about our great international rates, too.
Hey, make way for the Millennium Twinkies. The popular snack food is rolling right off the presses. Dressed in a special Y2K compliant Millennium package, the packages are individually numbered with a new futuristic look. The commemorative boxes could become a hot collector's item, so grab them. Maybe when people usher in the year 3000, and I can't wait for that. Maybe we'll have another special. This time it'll be live.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
You know, we are back talking about bubbly because we only got to the first one. This is a Washington State sparkling wine.
Right, which we serve at our Sheraton hotels. But for the real Millennium, you may want to go for the real thing, French champagne, because
this is my favorite champagne.
This is the classic. And I've really got two styles here.
Edie?
Well, that I don't drink through a straw.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Or out of a box.
All right. This is the classic real French champagne from the region in France. And the two major styles that you're going to see in the marketplace are what you call non-vintage brut. It just means that it's a blend of years and it's very dry. And it's about $35 to $45 these days. The other side
cases, I get a better price.
Exactly. Buy by the case and then, you know, invite us over.
Yes.
And that'll be, and they go with Twinkies.
By the way, those Twinkies will still be good in the year 3000.
Okay, and then this one is the stuff I've never tasted.
Well, this is the other side of the coin. Every champagne house makes what you call a luxury champagne, which is really the top of the line. And that's, you know, if you want to commemorate the millennium in a very special way, that might be the way to go.
What makes
You're
it
looking
different?
at $150.
So in other words, this is like
Rarity.
the Oldsmobile, and this is the Cadillac.
Yeah, exactly.
What makes it so good, though?
Well, what makes it so good is it's aged longer in the cellars before it's released, and they also use only the best vineyards, and they only make it in the greatest years. So it's more expensive because it's rarer.
All right, if I'm not you and I don't have those perfect taste buds, will I taste a difference?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Mostly you'll feel a difference. There's a sense of luxury, and, you know, the people at the next table will think you're a big spender. If you can't taste the difference, don't pay it.
You know, but why do you always end up with a headache even if you have only one glass? Do you know you're having bad champagne then?
Because you're paying the bill.
Sometimes. Usually the headache is caused by overconsumption. The trick is don't drink too much.
There you go, Brian.
I'm telling you, it's just one glass. I don't even drink a glass because you get smashing headaches.
Not in quality champagne and sparkling wine. All of these are good quality products.
Invite me over.
Now, my kids love this.
So do mine.
Because we have parties and they like to feel that they're part of it. And this is cider.
Yes, sparkling cider.
No alcohol.
So it looks no alcohol at all. It's made from apple juice, and it's just a beautiful. It looks like champagne in glass. So.
And they put a little raspberry in it, and they think that they are just, you know, living high on the hog.
Andrea, for the millennium, if somebody does spend, oh look at that, I'm already toasting. If somebody does spend $300 for a bottle of champagne because of the Y2K.
Yeah.
And you have people over, is it okay to leave the price tag on just so that people know that you are some big spender?
Well, you know, you're going to need to do something to impress them, so you may have to leave your price tag.
Especially at your house.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's pop top there.
Andrea Emmer.
A bit of an attitude as we head to the next millennium.
Because Andrea knows us.
From Starwood Hotels and Resorts. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy new millennium, or Y2K.
Yeah, thanks, Andrea.
Okay. Leave something behind this year, please.
Would you? Right.
You know, there are millions of choices during the new year all around the globe. Rick Folbaum tells us how people outside the U.S. will be celebrating.
Sydney, Australia is the first major city to welcome the new year. Organizers have the honor of kicking it all off with a party they say will pass the joy of its celebration to the world. Russians are hoping to usher in a new era of prosperity and peace, and to get things started, the government is footing the bill for a series of events and celebrations using the famous Red Square as a backdrop. Rome used to be the center of the civilized world, but the new millennium could stretch the city's limits. Vatican officials have planned Jubilee 2000, a party for the Pope and an estimated crowd of 13 million faithful who are expected to share a very special New Year's Eve celebration with Pope John Paul. Israel is a country the size of New Jersey, but it's gearing up for a wave of about 3 to 4 million millennium visitors, most of whom are coming for a gigantic birthday party. This is, after all, the 2000th anniversary since the birth of Christ, so imagine the kind of party expected in the place where he was born. Egypt gets ready to enter its 7th millennium with the distinction of being the #1 choice of travelers planning millennium celebrations. Take a trip to the Great Pyramids and be treated to a 12-hour laser light and music show, starting at dusk on the 31st and ending at dawn on New Year's morning. In some world cities, the party will go on and on. Here in London, the party goes round and round on this, the world's largest Ferris wheel. The London Eye, as it's called, will give its riders views of the British capital stretching up to 25 miles. The wail of the bagpipe and a little Highland fling have been a part of Scottish New Year celebrations for centuries. In recent years, the party's been centered around Princes Street in Edinburgh. It's not Times Square, but hundreds of thousands of people will pack the place and watch a stunning fireworks display, with the castle as a backdrop. No, this isn't London's latest high-tech sports arena. This is the brand new Millennium Dome, an almost $1 billion all-weather center, which isn't even open yet. In fact, it's not set to open until New Year's Eve night, but when all these workers are through, the dome promises to be the place for little old Lang Syne. Inside, a star-studded performance will have a circus-like feel. These acrobats are already rehearsing. Germans enter this new century, like they did the last, united. New Year's will bring a series of celebrations, all focused on the transfer of the German capital from Bonn back to Berlin. Parisians know how to party, and they'll have plenty of company. The French capital will be packed with tourists flocking to the City of Lights for a chance to bring in the new year with a stroll down the Champs-Élysées or a trip up the Eiffel Tower. Just outside of Paris, there will be a grand Millennium Ball at the Royal Palace of Versailles. Napoleon's former digs will play host to a massive party for the first time in over 200 years. Hundreds of international visitors are expected to turn out. And in the Far East, there will be a party at the Great Wall of China. Satellite technology and big-screen TVs will link China, Egypt, and other party spots. One of those images beamed around the globe will be of this, Big Ben. The sound of that bell chiming in the giant clock tower will be just one of many signals of the dawning of a new millennium. Wherever you're celebrating, enjoy, be safe, and remember your friends around the world. In London, Rick Folbaum, Fox News.
That Folbaum, I miss him. Remember when he used to be here?
Luckily, we have him on videotape.
Yeah.
By the way, the next millennium begins on January 1st, 2001.
This is the cider.
That's right.
Oh.
We can't be drinking booze on TV.
Oh, okay.
But Steve, that's an important point because everyone thinks we're not with it by thinking the millennium's now.
We're just toasting the year 2000.
That's
yeah,
right.
and looking to be entertained, we'll show you how you can rock in the new year only here on the Fox News Channel.
That sounds exciting. I'll stay around.
I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell.
Has back pain got you bent over? Do painful headaches drive you crazy? Does traveling have you twisted in knots? Then you need Fuzuoku 9000, the pocket-sized personal massager. Look, with just a touch, you can see thousands of pulsating waves. When placed on your sore muscles, you'll enjoy comforting vibrations throughout your body. Fuzuoku 9000 is smaller than a business card, yet powerful enough to send 9,000 penetrating waves per minute. That's almost twice as much as these big, bulky massagers. Now, with a touch, relieve tension, headaches, eye strain, neck, and back pain. Fuzuoku weighs less than a spoon. It adjusts to fit any size finger, large or small, and travels anywhere in your pocket, purse, or glove box. It's perfect for a stimulating facial massage or relaxing with a friend. Look, a massage feels good. Now add Fuzuoku and it's 9,000 times better.
With Fuzuoku, I just touch where the pain is. My head, my neck, my back, and the pain is gone. I just love it.
Fuzuoku is ready anywhere, anytime you are. And for even more pleasure, Fuzuoku comes with 3 stimulation tips. Each one applies a unique feeling for increased sensations that will have you or a partner totally satisfied. It's like turning one massager into 3. And with this easy step-by-step massage guide, you'll experience the utmost pleasure from your Fuzuoku. Hey, don't spend over $200 on an expensive, clumsy massager. Order the Fuzuoku 9000 right now for only $19.95. And as a bonus, you'll receive this handy carry pouch to store your Fuzuoku in a briefcase or travel bag. Yours free. We guarantee you'll feel good all over or your money back. You get it all for only $19.95. Order now.
For fastest delivery credit card customers, call 1-800-779-6633 to order your Fuzuoku for just $19.95 and receive the carry pouch free. Or send check or money order to this address. When you call, ask about the special offer on a second Fuzuoku. We also accept checks by phone. Call 1-800-779-6633 now.
Do you believe in Santa?
Why wouldn't I? You just gotta believe. Ho, ho, ho.
I am Santa Claus. I believe in my mother. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, 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 ho. I believe in Santa. A little bit. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Sure do. Ho, ho.
Fox News Live, I'm David Folk Thomas. India says a man calling air traffic control in New Delhi claims he's part of an Islamic group responsible for hijacking the Indian Airlines plane. He's demanding 3 militants be released from Indian jails. Meanwhile, the plane's in southern Afghanistan. It's been refueled. At their last stop, Dubai, inside the United Arab Emirates, the hostage takers released 27 people, mostly women and children. Those who were on board say 4 hostages were stabbed to death. India's prime minister says his country will not give in to terrorist demands and won't be afraid. This crisis began when the hijackers took over the plane as it was heading from Nepal to New Delhi. 7 police officers in Cape Town, South Africa are hurt after a bomb blast in a popular tourist area. The police commissioner calls the attack an ambush because cops were responding to a phoned-in threat. No one's claiming responsibility, but investigators suspect a Muslim fundamentalist group. In Bethlehem, they're marking Christmas with talk of peace. The Holy Land's top Roman Catholic cleric led midnight mass in Manger Square. He prayed for a peaceful future among Muslims, Christians, and Jews. Still, a fear of violence fills the air. 3,000 officers are patrolling the Christmas events. Struggling to stay on his feet, Pope John Paul II delivered midnight mass at the Vatican. Nearly 100,000 people went to St. Peter's Basilica. Despite stumbling as he opened the holy door of St. Peter's, the Pope walked unassisted to his seat, blessing babies and greeting congregants. And finally, astronauts on the Space Shuttle Discovery will send the Hubble telescope back into orbit today. They finished fixing it yesterday. The crew installed a new radio transmitter and data recorder. Next, updates at the bottom of the hour. First, stay tuned.
Welcome back to Toasting 2000. You know, it's kind of like we're doing a lounge act. We haven't sat down yet today. On this program, we're going to show you how to get them.
Singing?
We are the world. We tried to do that earlier.
I feel like I've been carrying you the whole show.
Thank you. We are going to show
you very much
how to get the most out of your New Year's Eve celebration as we count down the year 2000.
That's right. As we shore up our plans for the big night, several big-time celebrities are locked into performances with a major payday for them. Bill McCuddy has more.
To call it a big party is the understatement of this century and the next one.
It's the millennium, and for the right price, you can see it in with some of the biggest names in show business. On the West Coast, the Eagles and Jackson Browne may play the new Staples Center in Los Angeles. Top ticket, $1,500. Country fans get a 4-day all-you-can-pick and grin with Dolly Parton, Ray Charles, and comedian Jeff Foxworthy. You'll know you're no redneck if you have the $2,000 for Opryland's Hootenanny. Want something a little cheaper? Well, how about your MTV? They'll have the best seats in the house right here front and center at Times Square, where, yes, Dick Clark will be back with the Backstreet Boys. Others working that night include Jimmy Buffett, Metallica, Celine Dion, and, if they can patch things up after the Divas Live spat, Tina Turner and Elton John.
They're buying an experience. It's not so much about seeing an artist, it's about being able to say 20 years from now, you know, for the millennial New Year's Eve, I saw the Rolling Stones or I saw Billy Joel. It's a great story, and you're paying for that ability to tell that story to your grandchildren or whoever's around to listen to you.
And then there's Barbara. Rumor has it she'll be paid $13 million to sing for people who think they're the luckiest people at the MGM Grand in Vegas. In New York, Bill McCuddy, Fox News.
Wow. Hey, thanks a lot, Bill.
What are they paying us for New Year's?
No one's paying us.
Oh.
You know where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking for some simple food ideas for your holiday season? I asked that rhetorically. Now you can give your guests some star treatment. Planet Hollywood Chef Tom joins us right now to talk about not only working for stars, but actually feeding stars. Chef Tom, thanks for coming dressed in your garb.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Are stars fussy? Or do they eat the same food we do?
No, they pretty much eat
Will
the same food.
Stallone just spit something out if it tastes tangy?
Yes, he will.
He will.
Just like that.
Okay.
Good.
So what have you brought with you?
Oh, I brought a few things. Today I brought Chicken Crunch.
We love this. This is a family favorite at our place because those are covered with Captain Crunch.
Really?
You're covered with Captain Crunch. It has a little bit of a sweet
I
hue.
love
It's
Captain
delicious. It's our
Crunch.
signature item. Rosie loves them. Whoopi loves them. Matter of fact, last year for Thanksgiving, we did a Thanksgiving turkey with the crunch on the outside of it for Whoopi. They're delicious. They're absolutely
And are
delicious.
they easy to make, Tom?
Yes.
Be
Yes,
candid.
they are really easy. You're taking skinless chicken. All you're doing is breading it like a standard breading where you go flour and then eggs and then right
And
into
you
a
roll it around.
breading. Right, you roll it around in a Captain Crunch mixture.
All right, so
And
we
you can
have
fry
this,
it.
They're
and we're
really
not
sweet.
Yeah, it's a combination of Captain Crunch and cornflakes.
not just for
Delicious.
breakfast
I
anymore.
love it.
Now here we see a lily stuck in a pan. Could you tell
That's
us more?
right. These are a little bit more party hors d'oeuvres that we do for different parties. Let's say, give you an example. This is a pumpkin bruschetta. Okay, it's pumpkin, sun-dried cranberry, and fresh sage. I just served it actually for Will Smith's Willennium CD
you
launch.
star dropper.
So, yeah, so
Are you
I
tired
just
of
did
the star
that.
dropping too?
No, I'm
Are
sorry.
you going to leave
I'm
here and
sorry,
then
I'll
go
stop
over
it.
to
I'll stop
Today's
it.
Show and say, you know, over at Fox and Friends, I served them.
I just served those guys. But no.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got in the middle row?
Right here is a goat cheese flavored with roasted peppers and fresh herbs.
Why don't you try that, Brian?
They're filled with baby patty pan squash, and I made one also here with raisin and fennel bread.
You can't pick it up and put it down.
We've already paid a deposit on it. Delicious.
This is something special.
What does that mean? Is it good or bad?
It's good. I didn't expect it to be crunchy.
Yeah, it's just a slightly blanched, so it's got a little bit of a crunch to it on the bottom.
It tastes blanch.
Yeah, all right then.
Yeah. All right, did you talk about that row?
Yeah, that's actually just that's a semolina and raisin bread with the same goat cheese filling just piped on top.
But it looks
It gives you
different.
two different options. These are obviously a little bit more upscale. And these would be, but they're not that difficult to do. You can actually do them at home pretty easily. You're just basically buying patty pan squash. You can get it at any decent gourmet shop. And
Chef Tom, because Bruce Willis is one of the investors in Planet Hollywood, would he refer to a lovely party tray like that as Food-ageddon?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
That's a movie
Chef
he wants to
Tom,
forget.
do you want us just to ask Steve to leave the show now?
That would be a great idea.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I thought so. Thank you, Steve. Boy, I think it's
Same thing here?
bad.
Same thing here. I just did
Bigger
two different
pan.
trays. Bigger
Bigger
pan.
Lily.
That's basically what it is. Right. Right.
Will you get back here with that? No. All right, so this is easy and it'll cost you about $2 or $3?
No, a little bit more than that. Just
A little
bit
more than that?
Yeah.
All right, how much are you?
In regards to what?
Because you can put this stuff together in about 20 seconds. We
That's
need
true.
your type of skill.
We'll have to discuss that later
All
after
right.
the show.
Okay,
Getting
we're
put
going to try to pass on Chef Tom's expertise to everyone else by putting up these recipes on our Fox and Friends website.
And we have
So you can try them out at home. Right?
Coming up. Yes, is that true,
Is that
Chef
okay?
Tom?
That's
Is that
great.
okay?
Thank you.
All right, you got to nod or something. Coming up.
I'm going to slap you.
Don't talk, nod. Coming up on Toasting 2000, comedian Sandra Bernhardt. Also, finding everything you need for the new year can be just a click away or a double click away.
Click, click.
Back in a flash.
By the way, as we enter the new millennium, stay with Fox News Channel. We'll have live coverage.
Images and moments that have changed the way we live over the past 100 years. Let's take a look back at those snapshots from the century.
In 1908, at a time when hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children were coming to America for the first time, our leader was leaving it. Theodore Roosevelt becomes the first U.S. president to travel beyond our borders. The destination, Panama, where the U.S. is building a canal. And the very same year, transportation changes forever. Henry Ford's first car is built and sold, an event that now happens 85,000 times a day in America. But not all progress travels in a straight line. Some is cubed, as in Cubism. That's what Pablo Picasso creates, revolutionizing the art world. Meanwhile, Albert Einstein and 3 letters changed the way scientists think. E equals mc squared, the formula connecting time and motion. And in 1908, this is a couch, and this man changes the way we sit on them. Sigmund Freud's book, The Theory of Dreams, makes him the father of psychoanalysis. Any snapshot of 1908 probably comes from a Brownie Kodak camera. Costing only $1, it makes photography available to everyone, and plenty of pictures are taken in national parks. Teddy Roosevelt doubles the amount of land to be left untouched by man. In 1927, the good times were rolling. The anthem of America, George Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue. People are buying cars, radios, and never-before-seen home appliances we now take for granted. The spirit of the nation is captured on the Spirit of St. Louis. Charles Lindbergh, the first man to fly solo from New York to Paris. And speaking of long flights, no one launches more of them than George Herman Ruth, a man known simply as the Babe. The first modern superstar athlete, part of baseball's best team, the New York Yankees. And now that Prohibition is over, Ruth is the toast of the town. In 1947, the U.S. was still celebrating its World War II victory. The country had also fought its way out of the Depression, and it was time to enjoy life again. The rebirth of good times coincides with the birth of suburbia. Alfred Levitt creates Levittown, building affordable homes away from the city. Baby boomers grow up with front lawns, their kitchens filled with new and improved appliances, and in the living room, the centerpiece for the rest of the century, the television set. Also flying high in 1947, Chuck Yeager, the first man with the right stuff, breaks the sound barrier. But the biggest barrier broken in '47 creates a real field of dreams. Jack Roosevelt Robinson joins the Brooklyn Dodgers, integrating baseball. A year later, President Harry Truman integrates our armed forces, and using peace as a weapon, Mohandas K. Gandhi fasts until the British grant India its independence. Gandhi's nonviolent protest would inspire another leader 20 years later. It's 1968. President Lyndon Johnson implements his Great Society policies, which include Medicare and Medicaid. The Advanced Research Projects Agency NET is created. It's 4 computer networks linked by the Department of Defense. We know it today as the Internet. On the gridiron, Joe Namath guarantees victory for the Jets in Super Bowl III and delivers, elevating a football game to an annual spectacle. In 1989, the biggest story isn't what went up, but what came down, the Berlin Wall. Germany is reunited as communism falls, and we're watching it all on cable TV, which explodes from a few movie channels to something for everyone. And if you miss any of it, you can tape it all. 4 out of 5 of us now own a VCR. In 1998, the focus shifts from TV screens to computer monitors. Downloading is practically a sport. The internet leaves its Cold War past in the dust. Millions of Americans are now online. It's also 7 years after Russia and the U.S. joined forces in the Gulf War, and peace is the prevailing theme. In Washington, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat joined with President Bill Clinton and Jordan's King Hussein, agreeing to a peaceful end to Israeli occupation of the West Bank. Another unlikely handshake ends more than a century of violence between Northern Ireland and Britain. And the world honors the lives of 2 women lost in the past year. Mother Teresa was known as an international heroine working with the poor and sick around the world. And Princess Diana, who lent her time and fame to dozens of causes, loses her life in a car wreck in a Paris tunnel. The economy is so strong in 1998 that the Dow Jones Industrial Average breaks the 10,000 barrier for the first time. In the Roaring '20s, the Dow never broke 1,000. 1998 is also the year baseball is reborn with 70 magical swings of a bat. Mark McGwire erases the bad taste of a player's strike 4 years earlier, shattering a home run record many thought would never be broken. The 20th century gave us much to say and many new ways to say it. 100 years of breakthroughs, 100 years of memories.
C'est joli. C'est mon endroit préféré de Paris.
Facelift thanks to technology. They wake us up in the morning, keep us clean, make us look good, feed us.
Let's bring it down 2 degrees, okay?
Keep us warm.
One more.
And entertain. They are the gadgets and gizmos, machines and inventions that make Home Sweet Home a little sweeter. 100 years of technological advances have drastically changed the way we live life at home. Remember watching the TV show, Little House on the Prairie? The Ingalls washed their clothes by hand, cooked on an open fire, and forget about taking a hot shower. A trip to the general store required a horse and buggy. But my, have times changed. To get a taste of modern domesticity, we visited my friends Kit and Lorette one weekend to see how they put technology to use.
There are 100 small conveniences in the house that affect us every day of our lives.
Technology has really helped women just have a lot of time so they could then do work that they would want to do.
Like most families in the U.S., Kit and Lorette both work.
Steel is stronger than plastic.
He produces TV commercials, and she's an artist and designer. They commute an hour a day to their office in New York City.
Studio.
Their jobs keep them very busy, so technology helps them make the best of their precious time at home.
The house is a machine for living for us. I mean, we can get things done efficiently and quickly and comfortably.
Throughout the house, technology lends its helping hand. There are the basics. It provides home security, warms and cools the house, heats water for bathing, and keeps us in touch with the outside world. The one room where technology has really made an impact is in the kitchen. Take the refrigerator. It preserves food for days and offers a little refreshment to the youngsters. Electricity turns bread into toast, and the twist of a dial provides clean heat for cooking. If you need your caffeine in the morning, what would you do without a coffee maker? And if you're a tea drinker?
Well, my personal favorite bit of technology in the house is the instant hot water, because I drink a great deal of tea. And with this, the water comes right out of the faucet boiling already. And I can be drinking my tea in a matter of a minute or two.
I'm probably one of the few people who can remember her grandmother actually having a potbelly stove that we cooked on. Man, things in the kitchen have certainly changed. Getting the bacon ready for microwaving. Pop it right in. And then we just pop it in there for a couple minutes. The new lard comes in a can instead. Boy, spray it on.
It definitely makes your life easier. You know, especially in the kitchen, all the things that we have for, you know, cooking from the microwave to, you know, the new kind of stoves they have today, trash compactor, dishwasher, everything. I mean, it makes that so much more efficient, and I think it makes cooking much more of a pleasure today, and the things that usually took a lot of time go much quicker.
Like the chore of cleaning up, dirty dishes get washed with the push of a button. And how about those crumbs on the floor? Lorette uses an in-house vacuum cleaner to do that dirty work. And when those towels need a wash, they go right into the washing machine. All these labor-saving inventions are a hit with Lorette, but there's one she'd have trouble living without. Automobiles, affectionately known as the horseless carriage, came into being around the turn of the century. Now it seems just about everything is motorized. And boy, have cars changed. Take a look.
I'm in the car, I think, probably too much. But I think there's things, again, technology. It's great to have CD players, which makes the car fun. It's great to have a cell phone.
I hit a lot of traffic, but I'm going to be home probably in about 15 minutes. Okay.
When I'm in the car, I'm on the cell phone and try to get my phone calls done so that my kids aren't always complaining about me being on the phone.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
And when the errands are run and chores are done, and it's finally time to relax, technology is there to entertain. A stereo system and CD player provide crisp, high-fidelity music on demand for Kit. No instruments required. Some things don't change over the ages, and if you're a parent and the bedroom door is closed to the kids' room, you know to be a little curious. Let's check out what Cody and Henry are up to. You know, these days, the kids have a whole new technological arena to play in. Playing video games?
Yep. Or playing music on my real jukebox. It's a digital music center, and I don't need a boombox or any CDs. I can just go on the internet, and with the cable modem, I can automatically download it, like, with one snap of a finger.
A lot of changes since I was a kid. Down in the den, Cody and Henry also play video games on their Nintendo system. And when they get bored, they can flip through hundreds of cable TV channels. But is it good to have all these choices, all these buttons to press, and devices we have to learn how to use? Will technology upset the delicate fabric of family life?
Down, set.
The answer is, it will, if you let it.
Technology just adds a lot, and it's sort of like the icing on the cake, but the main thing is you still have to communicate and have, you know, the relationships are the things that really matter, and you've got to have the warm feeling, because that's what really makes a home.
Time Life invites you to own the ultimate World War II.
This Sunday at the Bedroom Superstore, 10 hours only.
Do not pay till 2001. No down payment, no interest, no payments till 2001.
Store-wide savings over 50 complete bedrooms. Everything included at one low price.
Plus pay nothing till 2001 at the Bedroom Superstore.
This week at the Bedroom Superstore.
$100 off all Simmons Beauty Rest world-class mattresses.
With free next-day delivery, free heavy-duty metal frame, free installation, and free removal of old mattress.
Plus no down payment, no interest, and no payments for 1 full year at the Bedroom Superstore.
You're watching KWBP, Portland's WB32.